Hey everyone, welcome. Deja Lu here. So I have to come I already can't speak, from a vulnerable space and share with you guys a few things here. I'm actually not sure if I'm actually going to put this video up, but I wanted to treat it as if I am. So this experience has been very personal to me, but for some reason I feel as though I am meant to go deeper in this and put this out. I do know that these lessons are for me, but I definitely feel as though this will help others. So I want to start by sharing my experience of a dream that I had last night, and it has dictated my entire day. So I dreamt that, and it's so hard for me to say it and put it out to the universe, and I've cried all day, so if I cry, my apologies, kind of, not sorry, not sorry. So in my dream, my daughter passed away. She died. And I don't know how or the why or anything like that, but it did feel very personal, like it could potentially be a choice or something. Like she took a risk, or maybe it was her fault, or whatever the case may be. I'm not sure. That wasn't the importance of the dream. But in the dream, I was crying so deep. Like the hurt was more than I have ever felt in my entire life. And I have felt a lot of things in pain. And it was just so deep. Okay. And like out of body, like I was hearing what was going on, but in reality, I wouldn't have been able to hear anything because I was crying so loudly and so deeply. But I heard my mother telling my best friend and others to not come in there with me, to leave me alone and let me be and let me deal with what I need to deal with, and give me time and space and all of that. And then I heard the song "You're So Vain," which lately has been my song that the universe picked for me to let me know that this dream is not directly mine, like it's not a premonition. And it's more of like something I need to learn from, or could be someone else's experience. So this could also be for someone who has, lost a child or something, which God forbid, and to be like vulnerable in my space, now that I expressed the dream, my daughter is older. She just graduated college. So I have learned with the research that I've done that it symbolizes that it is like a rebirth, basically. Because now that she's finished college, she's going to move out on her own and get this new job. And it's like a big transition change. And so with that being said, after that research that I did that, I was led to an astrology video that taught me that June basically is going to be a month of mother wounds. And so like a lot is going to be coming up around that. So this dream could be my shadow work or what I need to release. And on top of that, what is happening is whatever is happening, you guys can go look up your astrology people, okay? Because I am not that. I can only kind of briefly express some things about it. But I seen that where the planetary alignments are coming in. The last time that this happened was from like 96 to 98, which was when my dad, we found out that my dad had cancer. And I actually pushed my mom away during that time. And so I think that that might be part of something that I need to release, because I will go into more of what I was feeling today and the thoughts that ran through my mind. But at least you can understand a little bit of the why and the things like that. But no, ultimately at this time of this video, I am at peace with the trauma that I needed to release with this, and I am ready to no longer allow it to affect me other than to better me. I release all that no longer serves me. So I hope that with what we go through, this will help you if you are in need of this, okay? So after I learned this about the astrology thing, I got out my pen and my little notebook, and I just started journaling like what was coming to me. And I had a flashback, and so y'all know, I love my mom. I love her. She is still in my life, and she has, me and my brothers were older when my dad passed. I was 20 and I was the youngest. So but since then she has been a single mom, and we all know that the mom job don't quit and it keeps going. And so for her to be alone in our guidance as an adult, I can't imagine. And also for what she went through, losing my dad with cancer and those things like that. So I'm in a very forgiving place, and please don't think that I'm in a judgment space. But for some of y'all, you may be in that judgment place for your parents. I don't know. But ultimately, this is to try to help you understand how I have gone inward and work through things on my own so that I can be at peace, okay? But the first thing is that I used to be told whenever I was crying, whenever I was a kid, to go to my room and to figure it out myself, without the precursors of helping me understand what I was feeling and why I could be feeling it, or even how I could overcome it. And so with that being said, I had a lot of issues with several things, but I'm just going to read some of the statements that I wrote to help me go inward a little bit more and get to the root of things, okay? So I first wrote about feeling abandoned and how that made me feel, and that it led to other things in my life in times that I felt abandoned, like when my first husband passed away, or I had my stillborn, or I had my miscarriage, or all these different things. During that time, I felt as though everyone left me, or, even though they were still kind of there, I remember them kind of being there, but the time of loneliness for me, the feeling that I felt in loneliness, I can't express. Now, whether that be me now understanding today that I probably made that happen for myself because I push people away. But regardless, just hear my spiral. Okay. But I needed to put out there real quick, I also felt as though no one ever understood me, or that my situations were unique. I didn't really take people's advice in very good, because I felt like maybe I was different, or it didn't make sense, or it didn't feel right to me, or whatever the case may be. But I think that this all happened because I wasn't really taught how to deal with my emotions. and I didn't understand what was happening inside of me or how to express it, or again, how to work through it. So I would push people away. I know that now. And I would hold judgment. And I know that's a weird place for that to come in, but I would look at people and not understand why they weren't going through the hardships like I was, you know. And so I could see how it affected my friendships and why I have been in and out of so many relationships. Okay. So, then I started asking myself, did I choose the friends through the years that have been emotionally distant and did not know how to love themselves and others? Because let's be real, if you don't know how to love yourself, or you're not taught how to do that stuff, then, you know, can you really love someone else, you know, or really truly give them love if you weren't really in a deep understanding what love is, you know, maybe their love is different than your love, you know. And so is that all, you know, I just went down that whole spiral there because I've had a lot around my relationships and friendships, guys. And so it's a lot for me to now see my role in the situation, which is hard because I've always been a very loving person. And I didn't realize from their perspective, I don't think, that I wasn't being vulnerable or really showing my true self. And did I push them away during that time, right? Or cause for them to leave me or to end the friendship or whatever the case may be. And then I asked myself, have I hurt people because I rejected their advice, you know, or didn't or couldn't have the capacity to hear them or to be there for them when they needed me because I was so wrapped up in my stuff? And, you know, looking back at that time, I'm just going to put it out there and say that I was like, their life isn't nothing compared to mine. You know, they don't need me. That I got through that just fine, right? Not exactly like that, but, it's almost like I couldn't connect, you know, if somebody lost somebody, I was quick to be there as in, I'm going to bring you food, or I'm going to, you know, I'll listen to you or whatever, but I really don't think that I heard them or understood them. Some people, yes, I fully connected to like that, but not a lot of people. I'm talking more way younger, you know. And I'm also seeing why my toxic relationships are because it wasn't just their side, you know. So I really want people to try to look at that and to go through that. This video is really hard for me and I'm really uncomfortable, guys. So thank you for being here with me. And I hope that you can hold space for the understanding that I really didn't know what this video was going to be when I was coming on here. And I still plan to pull cards on this because I really want to make sure that a lesson is learned out of it and that I'm understanding fully what I was supposed to take in. But and if for anybody who is going through any situations or bad dreams like this, or big situations, please try to hold space and understand that everyone has a different perspective or a different raising or an understanding of what feelings or emotions are. And maybe they don't know how to be there for you. You know, like I think of my poor nieces and my nephews, and I think that I wasn't there for them the way that I needed to because I was so focused on my life and my pain and my kids, and it was like all I could do was to raise my kids, and I didn't know how to be more, you know. And so yeah, this has been a long day. But it did lead to deeper conversation with my daughter. So both of us feel like a lot of relief. I don't know what that was or if you guys just seen that, but I just saw like something floating or something here. Whether it's an orb or something, I don't know. I'll have to watch back the video and see if I see it. Let's pull some cards and see the lesson or what it is that we can get out of this, okay? I just saw 1551. I don't know why that's important, but it stood out to me. So maybe write that angel number down and look it up later. I could even post it in the comments. 1551. All right. I know 5s are change, and 1 is like within self. So this is a big change within self. Emotions are energy in motion. Move your body to move your emotion, which I went out and I took a walk and all of that stuff. Crown activation. Interesting. Look how beautiful this card is, guys. Like, I love this deck. I just got it. It's called Intuitive Whispers Oracle by Maud Hurst. But it's absolutely beautiful. And the red is like really popping out to me because, you know, family issues, that's like the base chakra. So we may want to consider looking inwards on that. And all these cards that I have red on them. It's so pretty. For some reason, that's like really standing out to me, that snake there. It looks double-headed almost. But it's like twined around it. So like, is that protection? Do I feel protected in that? I'm not sure. Ask yourself. Move your body and move your emotion. It's so pretty. But all the cards are like reddish colored. Some orange in there, which is the sacral chakra, which is about motherhood. So all of that feels like it's fitting really well. And I do know that whenever you release trauma, it helps your body. And, you know, let's all be real, guys. Like, for real. That's what causes us to get, like, illnesses and stuff, you know? So, help guide me. What do me and the collective need to know about this? So they're showing me here these, I'm not getting exactly a strong connection to all of the words on these, and some of them I can't show, unfortunately, because it's got nudity on them, but some of them I can. And like this one is reclaim your body. And so for me, this is like releasing the emotions. Oh, it literally says at the bottom, release your emotions from your body, but my old eyes can hardly see it. But like, see that little writing down there? It says that. So like release and letting go of this trauma. It's time for that, right? Let it go and understand that there's a deeper thing for this. Like, it's allow you to open up and to be able to manifest and be in your free self, like to let go and childlike. Like, that's what I'm getting. Like, you know, releasing that and trusting that it happened for a reason, you know. Star Divine, like whenever I looked at this, I just felt so at peace. Like, it feels very empowering and uplifting. And then the first card here, which is really interesting, I have choice. It says choice, life distraction, flow you respond, or how you respond, and consequences. So, like in this, that's such a beautiful card. It's got the moon phases there. Understand that different times of your life, you're meant to have these different aha moments and these realizations, and you're supposed to grow at certain times, and the choices that you made, they serve a purpose. And to know that when you were going through something or somebody else is going through something, this is a deeper thing of like they didn't know how to be there for you, you know, like I was talking about earlier. This is, you know, like divine timing. It'll happen when it's supposed to happen, you know. And for some reason I'm feeling connected to a Taurus here, which is really interesting. It reminded me of the Taurus sign, but I think it's like a bow and arrow. I don't even know if you guys can see this or not, but it made me think of the Taurus. But I have Taurus all around me. They're stubborn. I love them so much. My daughter's a Taurus. I didn't even think about that. So there's probably a reason. But always remember that a lot of times in our life, we're supposed to understand the mirror effect, right? To understand that when we are going through things, that we need to understand that sometimes what we're not seeing is like what we're supposed to, you know, like we're getting that treatment for a reason. We may not see or understand why they're treating us that way, because we're not in acceptance, that we're not in the flow state. Like in these deeper traumas, we literally separate from ourselves, and we're not seeing the things that we need to see. We're only seeing our hurt. We're not seeing other people's. Wow, that's really deep. I felt something there, guys. All right. I'm going to pull this here, and I'm actually just going to split the deck and see what we get. For this one, what are the dominant emotions that run your life? How do you fill your day? Stress or joy, trust or anger, anxiety or peace? We have only today, right now, the journey. No goal, no destination will bring us to the feeling we seek. But when we begin filling every day with which we value most, we will attract more of it. This is fulfillment. Today's sole action. Lean into what you want to feel and adjust your life, your values, your expectations to match your desires. What do you want to feel? Are you willing to let go of the belief that you have to achieve something to feel it? That's interesting. I'm not exactly sure how I feel about that or how it fits, but I mean, that's for you to figure it out. It's just like I'll figure mine out later, right? Anything else I need to put out here? Okay, I have the Magician. So like in this, I felt it saying that we do have control of our life and our choices and our reactions. We have control of them. And if we, work from the heart space, and, again, that's like we have the manifestation card up here. Whenever the magician, I think of manifestation, it's like your future getting better. It's you understanding how to control the elements and to make life work your way. So like, this is deep. I love this. Like, this is showing me that what the work that we're doing today is going to bring a brighter future. And I love that. Everything's ready to move forward. So there's something here, guys, that's telling me that, so I have reverse 8 of Wands, but I'm getting a feeling of like bad news. But like, this is to me like how you handle the bad news, and working through it and like really taking it in and understanding that how we speak out can affect others during these times. And a lot of times we allow and we focus on the negative. And so like, traumas, it's really hard to not push someone away or feel hurt, or to not be able to see the offer or that people are trying to be there for you. That's deep. They just may not know how. And if they feel uncomfortable, like you can't expect them to do something that don't feel good for them, even though you're forced to feel some type of way, doesn't mean that they have to be around it, But this is like, I have the High Priestess at the bottom here. Like, this is telling me totally that, like, this is what gets you through, is this shadow work, taking the time to go deeper, sharing our experiences with others, and all of that. Like, this is so cool. But, ultimately here, what I've experienced today, I have cried. I have been like feeling completely out of body. I've had a lot of deep conversations. And with that being said, sometimes that's what we need to do. So at this time, I'm going to release and let go of this energy because I feel more complete with it. And I hope that this video resonated for someone. Give me a like and a follow. I would love to hear some comments. Please, guys, if you have anything you're feeling or something that you think would help me, or that you connect and you understand, please share that with me. I am totally open to receiving and would love your guys' guidance as well. So that's what Soul Family is all about, right? All right, guys, I love you so much. Take care of you. Find me, reach out to me if you want a reading, guys. I'm open. Love you so much. Bye for now.